The gentleman in charge of proceedings this evening. The referee is V.Gubbernatorov of the Soviet Union, and the linesman V.Forsei and S.Knoks of the National Hockey League. The starting goaltenders for the Moscow Dynamo. Vladimir Mышkин, quite simply the best goaltender in the Soviet Union. He is 30 years of age, career goals against average 3.11. And at the other end of the ice, Mike Vernon starts in goal for the Calgary Flames. His first start this season. He just arrived from Moncton for injury relief, and Mike Vernon starts for the Calgary Flames tonight in his hometown of Calgary. Howie Maker, we talked about hitting. That should be part of the game. But we haven't seen this Moscow Dynamo team on this tour. This is their first game in North America. They are very close to the Soviet Red Army in club standings back in the Soviet Union. A good hockey club.
Well, first of all, the very, very first reaction you get is, my goodness, they're small. And then you look at them and you think, my goodness, they can fly. Folks, if you're watching the Soviets for the first time, watch their passing and pass receiving. It's a notch above good. It is just great. Watch how they flood the zone. We do it here in North America, but they do it much, much tighter than North America teams. And the trailing in the late man. Well, there we are. They're supposed to check the nets early, but
they'll bring in a weaver.
Yeah, they need a newfie down there. I think they'd soon weave that to fix that net.
I don't imagine the delay will be very long here at the Olympic Saddledome. Calgary Flames trying to get out of a bit of a depression of late. They've lost 6 straight in the National Hockey League. We mentioned that at the outset. One of the things we didn't mention is that they had lost 5 of those 6 games by a goal. They've been in the hockey games. They haven't had great goaltending.
Oh, yeah, they lost 5 by a goal, but 6-5. Anytime you get 6 goals scored against you, you're not going to win any kind of a hockey game in any kind of a league. And this club here, when you get any more than 3 goals scored against them in particular, they're not checking. Their greatest asset is their size. Their greatest asset, and they're not using it, is how they play the game without the puck. They make the other team pay the price. When they do that, they're a constant winner. They're probably the 2nd or 3rd best team in the league when they play it mean, when they play it tough. Yes, I guess they would, but he's having a great year playing extra.
Wilson right out in front, they score! Wilson for Bozek, 1-0 Flames. Well executed, Howie.
Oh, can't do it any better than that. Watch Wilson here. Read it. Bozek has the puck behind the net and hangs onto it here and puts it out into the middle. And Wilson came from deep, deep center field to put that one by the goaltender Mышkин. Absolutely no problem at all. Now the puck will come to him behind the net. All the Soviets are looking at him here. They're not paying any attention to the deep slot at all. No one was looking out into center ice where the trouble was going to be. And the Calgary Flames take advantage of a very, very, I think, foolish penalty to Lanny McDonald. 1-0 Calgary. How about that?
Well, that'll get the joint jumping here. The Saddledome in Calgary. And the Flames playing the Philadelphia Flyers last night. We watched that one. Calgary was down 4-0 at the end of the first period. Battled back. Got to even, but to take a pass. Now Krom goes in along with Wilson. Verbutkin is there for the Soviets, number 5, along with 22, Varnakov. And Varnakov takes it out for the Moscow Dynamo. Svedlov couldn't take his pass. Now Svedlov got it across the line and goes into the corner with it. Svedlov right out in front. And Vernon is beaten cleanly on the setup from Svedlov, who slipped it out to Yashin, number 13. How quickly it can happen, it looked like an innocent play.
Well, Svedlov made a great, great pass out in front, but just watch, he heads behind the net. Now look at Yashin just cruise in front. No one took a look around, and they put the pass right in his stick. I said off the start, watch this fellow there. Watch all of these fellows wearing those blue jerseys, folks. I'll tell you, they can really handle the puck. And Yashin just right on his stick and right by his startled Vernon. I'm not sure Mike shouldn't have had his stick against the post. I might have got that pass.
It is a 1-1 hockey game. Soviets. Flames have some pressure on now. Berezan goes to the net. They score. Berezan flipped it out in front. I think McDonald might have got a piece of it. Mышkин was fooled on the play completely. It is 2-1 Calgary Flames. Something to cheer about at the Saddledome in Calgary.
Well, Well, another impression you get is that the Flames have had, I'd say, 5 times better scoring chances so far tonight than the Edmonton Oilers had the other night. And there's the puck thrown out in front, and I don't know who that hit to put it in. Here's the shot we're going to have to see, where Berezan behind the net flips to throw it out in front, and it hits the Soviet defenseman's skate and goes by a startled Mышkин. That's the kind you need to beat a good hockey club.
Berezan, it is off the leg. Shihie and McDonald draw the assists. Sheen, number 13, drops it back for Svetlov. Beautiful. Yashin got the goal. Mike Vernon did not stand a chance. It is even at 2. Yashin, his second of the night.
Well, there's some kind of a goal here, folks. Just the people sitting beside us here in the arena just went crazy. Just look at the pass here and right across, and they got Vernon going the wrong way, and Yashin just put it into a wide open net. But they can do that with their passes and their maneuverability. There's the short drop pass. Now, someone had to take Yashin, but nope. Instead of that, they let him go after he made the original pass, and he just cruised right in and took a return pass and put it in the net. Beautiful. Gorgeous. That's what puck handling can do for you.
Little clinic out there tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Shots on goal, 23-19. The Soviets, and cleared quickly. This is Yashin. Yashin has Svetlov on the right side. Svetlov takes the shot, scores. Mike Vernon didn't see it.
I'm sure he was waiting for the 3-on-2 to develop. Svetlov just let it go high on the short side over the shoulder. And Vernon didn't even straighten up. Look, comes to the middle and then bang, lets it go. And the puck is in the net before that left arm of Vernon gets up. Just watch this. There isn't very much room. He's down in the crouch again, follows him across. He moved a little to the right.
A little right.
Yeah. As Svetlov went into the center ice area, and did he let a rocket go? Whew. Jiminy.
I have to believe that Mike Vernon might have been thinking of the last Soviet break when they executed the passing play perfectly. That time Svetlov took the shot after just one pass and made it 3-2 for the Moscow Dynamo. Back behind the line for Svetlov. Loose out in front. Wilson scores! You don't see that happen very often. A very costly miscue. Bilялетdinov. Well, Gary Wilson has the Flames back to even.
You know, this is a pass that never should be made under any circumstances by anybody in any league. You pass a puck from a position of safety through a position of danger, and it can be intercepted as it was intercepted there, and boom, a goal is scored. That's about the 3rd time that I've seen the Soviets do it tonight, and the other night, the Red Army, they did it once. You usually pay the price.
Back to even at 3 with lots of time remaining. 11:26 to play in the 3rd period. Italians start back quickly. Led by Dan Quinn. That's Hakan Loob now. Loob going in. Oh! Mышkин made the save again. It came out in front.
Who finally put it in, John? Howie?
We may have to look at a replay.
Well, here's Loob, and that's a great chance. He tried to get it up high, and Mышkин made the save. Now here's the key. It's fished out and shot out in front, and it looks like Kромм. But Kромm gets the stick on it in front of the net, and just, there's a great burst of speed. The first time all night Hakan Loob's got up and down, folks. He's a great hockey player, and he can play like he does there, or like he did there, most of every shift. Great pursuit of the puck, popped out back in front, and it was Kромm who put it in.
There's Richard Kромm.
What a hockey player that kid is. He's a real true soldier.
Vernon handled it, left it for McCowan. 27 seconds to play. This is Otto in a race. Couldn't get there in time.
That's their philosophy. They would rather lose 4-3 than take a chance and tie it than lose, or the other chance, lose 5-3.
Now to the final 10 face-off.
Calgary Flames have played well. Not very well, but they have played well. Just well enough to win. They've checked just hard enough to throw the Soviet team's game off a little bit. They're not nearly so cute, not nearly so consistent, not nearly so fancy with their passes. And they've been looking for that odd big white jersey taking a run at them now and again. And that is a very effective way of throwing a skilled team off just a little bit. And that's all it takes.
6 seconds left on the clock. The face-off right at the Flames line, but there's hardly any danger from that position, Howie, with 6 seconds remaining.
The other thing I have to say here before we leave the air is so many times I've watched games and heard read reports on games that the Soviet officials have been terrible. This guy tonight
did a pretty good job.
A heck of a job. Real good job. I'm sure we're going to disagree with one or two things, but when it comes right down to it, he's probably right, we're wrong. So he's done a good job. It's been a good game, well officiated.
Long shot just wide. That ends it. Calgary Flames with a victory over the Moscow Dynamo. That is the first victory for an NHL team against the Soviets in this series. So far, the Edmonton Oilers lost, and so did the Los Angeles Kings to the other team traveling the North American tour right now, the Central Red Army. So the Calgary Flames, who beat a Soviet All-Star team a couple of years ago, as one of two NHL teams to win in that series, have at least got the ball rolling for the NHL.
I'm a little bit disappointed in the quality of play by the Soviet team. We had, I would say, in the whole game, 15 minutes of hockey that the Calgary Flames are capable of playing. 10 minutes in that third period of just a very, very exciting stretch. The folks around the National Hockey League, if you get a chance to watch them go, because they can be just tremendously entertaining. They play great, great hockey when they're moving, like they did for some of the parts tonight. The Soviet team, I don't know, John. I don't know.
Well, they've still got a lot of that flair, Howie. The goal, the second goal by Yashin, was exactly what we had come to see in Soviet hockey teams, the tic-tac-toe and the way it went.
The Moscow team, yeah, I go along with that. There's a lot of great talent and everything else. But you know what? The Moscow team finally, the other day, had some pizzazz, had some extra things going for them, made it entertaining. And I was thinking, well, maybe they're switching a little bit, showing some emotion, maybe playing the game like Canadians and Americans play the game. Tonight, this was a typical Soviet Union team, in my mind, played bored.
All right. Shots on goal finishing up 37 in favor of Moscow Dynamo, 32 for the Calgary Flames. But on the scoreboard, it reads Flames 4, Dynamo 3.